Istanbul. Istanbul is very important place in the world. This city is spread over an area of 7,500 square kilometers, 150 kilometers long and 50 kilometers wide. Istanbul became the biggest and the most crowded city of Europe. Because its location between Asia and Europe, the city always had a great geopolitical importance. The city population is estimated 12 to 15 billions. Around 2 billion tourists visit Istanbul every year. There are the historical and natural beauties of the city. The city has lots of historical mosques, church and museums of Turkey. By far the largest city in Turkey and its chief port and center of trade is Istanbul, formerly known as Constantinople. It's beautiful as well as important for it lies on the shores of the Bosphorus, which divides Europe from Asia, and southwards it looks on the inland Sea of Marmara. Few cities anywhere have such a noble setting. The Taksim Square and the Taksim Street. The large square at the end of the Istiklal Street is the Taksim Square, which is one of the most active centers of Istanbul. The square is the most important for Istanbul. There are a lot of different countries people. There are a lot of big department stores. This place is really beautiful. The Süleymaniye Mosque. It was built by architect Sinan, the most famous architect at Ottoman history between 1550 to 1557 Süleymaniye Mosque. According to construction reports of Tuesday, 5,723 workers. Of these 1,713 are Muslims, 3,500 Christians. Completed the construction in 2.7 billion working days. The cost of the mosque is $60 billion today. Bosphorus Bridge. The project preparations were started in 1950. The bridge building started in 1970. It was completed on 29 October 1973. It was built by German and England engineers. 35 engineers and 400 Turkish workers were employed during the constructions. It cost was $25 billion. The height of the bridge from sea is 64 meters. The Fatih Sultan Mehmet II Bridge. The Fatih Sultan Mehmet Bridge was built between 1985 and 1988. The opening date was at the same time the 535th anniversary of the Ottoman conquest of the city. The Lindros Tower. The Lindros Tower covers an area of 1,250 square meters and was built 200 meters from the Üsküdar beach. It has got an intelligent history. One day a witch has got apples for the girl and gave her a poison ass apple. She died after eating it. That is why the tower is called the Lindros Tower. The Çamlıca Hill. Çamlıca Hill is the highest hill in Istanbul. It's 263 meters high from the sea level. It was used as a picnic area in the 1980s. The Touring Automobile Association built a series of restaurants, a Turkish cafe and a park. The Galata Tower. This tower at the slopes of Galata is visible everywhere in the city and is 61 meters tall. The tower is at the hill which overlooks both to the Bosphorus and the Golden Horn and the Sea of Marmara. One day a scientist named Hazarfen Ahmet Çelebi jumped down the tower and flew to the opposite side of the Bosphorus Strait by using the wings which he had invented. 17th century. The fortress. It was constructed with order of Yıldırım Beyazıt in 1393 during one of the more beautiful of Istanbul, as opposite to the Rumeli Hisarı. In the previous period there was a Christian church at the same place. Its original name was Güzelcihisar. There are lots of Pasha's villas. These are the Bahriye Serhat Bey Villa, the Zarif Mustafa Pasha Villa, constructed in the 19th century, the Yağcı Sefik Bey Villa, constructed in 1905, and the Hasan Pasha Villa. The Dolmabahçe Palace Museum. The Dolmabahçe Palace Museum was built between 1611 to 1614. Is that 14 tons of gold and 40 tons of silver were used for the decoration of the palace Turkey. The furniture was bought from Paris, the vases from Herk and Lyon, the curtain materials from and the candlesticks from England with special order. Almost all of 131 large and 99 small handmade carpets or silk carpets, and they were woven in the royal workshops in Hereke. The total area covered by the carpets is 4,500 square meters. The total area at the place is 250,000 square meters. There are 12 gates. There are 285 rooms, 43 halls, 6 balconies, 6 hammams, and 1427 windows. In the decoration, 156 clocks, 280 vases, and 58 candlesticks. By the way, the carpet of 124 square meters is the second largest handmade Herke carpeting.
The fortress of Rumeli is located on the European part of the Istanbul and it is an amazing monument. It was built in 1452 by the order of the Sultan Mehmet to make it easy to conquer the Istanbul. It has 3 main towers. That fortress includes remains of the fortification walls with towers, gates, but also cisterns, fountains and a mosque. Nowadays it has functioned as a cultural center with an open-air theater and a museum. The Basilica cistern is the largest of several hundred ancient cisterns that lie beneath the city of Istanbul, formerly Constantinople. The best area where the famous panorama of the Golden Horn can be viewed is up to these ridges. Coffee named after the famous French writer Pierre Loti is reached. Julien White is the real name of Pierre Loti, who has lived in Istanbul for a long time and is the true lover of Istanbul. Historical coffee is the ideal place to watch the unique landscape in question. Its style is not exactly Baroque, but a modernized form of classic architectural elements compared to the East. The palace, which was 750 meters long, had a rich marble facade and an interior decoration that matched it. After the Merasim and Mabeyni Humayun apartments in the north, the Sultan had private apartments and the harem sofa. The doors of the rooms facing the garden and the sea would open to the harem sofa, while the Sultan's apartments and women masters and Iqbal's rooms completed them. Topkapı Palace was an Ottoman palace which was built in the late 15th century and which is located in Istanbul, Turkey. It became a museum in 1924. It is one of the biggest palace museums in the world. The palace has a beautiful view of the Bosphorus and it is located in Peninsula. It is the most visited museum in Turkey. Millions of tourists visit Topkapı Palace every year. Also, the palace has been the capital of Ottoman Empire for more than 400 years. After the foundation of Turkish Republic, it became a museum. Our food and drink culture. Ottoman sherbet. Sherbet, which has hundreds of varieties, was drunk for hundreds of years before the discovery of modern beverages, especially in Eastern civilizations, as a refreshing drink the hot summer season. We call sugar drinks and sugar liquid used in the making of desert sherbet. Ottoman sherbet of the Ottoman palace kitchen reached Western civilizations during the Ottoman Empire. Sugar drinks can be made with fruits, honey, rose, spicy. Sherbet comes from the Arabic word shariba, which means to drink. Sorbet which has hundreds of varieties, had been drunk for hundreds of years before the discovery of modern beverages, especially in Eastern civilizations, as a refreshing during the hot summer seasons. Historical Sultanahmet Meatball is a historical business opened in 1920 in Sultanahmet. Its founder is Mehmet Seracettin Efendi. Sultanahmet Meatball's name tree for the first time as a generation. It was used by Mehmet Seracettin Tezçakın, who started working in the business since 1976. Historical Sultanahmet Meatball. It is famous for its classic menu consisting of unspiced meatballs, semolina, halva and piyaz. Name of dessert Güllaç. Ottoman cuisine rose water is added to both the leaves and milk. Güllaç is mainly made by pouring the hot mixture obtained from heated milk and rose water on the rose leaves and laying the middle layer of these leaves with walnuts. Rose leaves are obtained by draining cornstarch and flour mixed with water after cooking in a pan. It has refreshing effect on Ottoman cuisine. Kanlıca yogurt. Kanlıca is a famous district of Beykoz district of Istanbul. It is located between Anadolu Hisarı and Çubuklu. Kanlıca yogurt, one of our traditional local delicacies, has been produced since 1893. 1877 to 1878 has been going on for 5 generations since our grandparents who emigrated from Bulgaria to the motherland acquired Kanlıca. Kanlıca yogurt is completely natural due to its unique feature. Fed with natural feed, the milk of cattle and sheep grazing in the special flora of our region is carefully selected and fermented with blood yogurt product before. In the cooling stage, it is delivered to the sales point at +3 degrees.